Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. We are almost done with Water Week, but no Water Week would be complete without Watergate. I know I played this deck probably about a month ago on the channel now, but I made some changes to it. Took inspiration from a couple of other lists. Raindown sent me a list, looked at an old Chris Perovic list, and, you know, kind of just made some changes here. So I took out the Ocean Dragon Lord. If you saw the last episode of this, then you know I was super excited to activate that thing, but let's be real. The card's not great, and, you know, we can focus on doing a little bit more of the Levia-Dragon stuff and more of the Catapult Turtle stuff. The Chris Perovic list that I looked at was almost specifically into making this card work, but Catapult Turtle was just such a big surprise in the last one of how good it was that I kind of wanted to split the difference. You know, we'll make this one work a little bit more. We'll add in the second terraforming. We'll add in some brain controls. We'll make it work, but I still want to do the Catapult Turtle stuff because I think that's sweet and really cool as well. But getting into the deck, we do have a level 8. We have Dark Magician of Chaos. We have 3 level 7s, of course. We have the Levia-Dragon. We don't have a level 6. I actually put Jinzo in the side, mostly to bump up the number of the Levia-Dragons we had here. But we do have a level 5, of course, that is Catapult Turtle. We have 1 copy of Tribe, 1 copy of Abyss Soldier, and 3 copies of Aqua Spirit, so we can get some cards in the banished pile and get them all back for Catapult Turtle. Getting on to spells, we've got 3 copies of Reasoning, 3 copies of Monster Gate, 3 full copies of a Legendary Ocean, and the aforementioned 2 copies of Terraforming. Of course, 3 copies of Scapegoat. We actually bumped Giant Trunade down to 2. I still think it's fine to play it in this deck, especially since we're not going fully in on the Levia-Dragon stuff, but this card doesn't need Giant Trunade to function. It actually wants you to blow up the field, so cutting this down to 2 here. We do still have our 2 copies of Upstart Goblin, just still 2 Dimension Fusions. I don't think we need to go in on 3 in this build. And then we have a whole bunch of one-of good cards and a couple copies of Brain Control. And then for our traps, we just have a Ring of Destruction and a Call of the Haunted. Would love to find room for like a Reckless Greed or something in this deck, of course, but yeah, for now, I think I'm just going to stick with these 2. In the side, we have 2 copies of Spell Canceller. For the mirror, we have our 2nd copy of Abyss Soldier. We do have our Jinzo, our level 6 here in the side for the very trap-heavy builds, and we also have our 3rd copy of Giant Trunade. From there, we have a Lightning Vortex and Mind Control, a couple of Token Thanksgivings. We have some good traps, Torrential, Mirror Force, Compulse, and then, of course, we're ending up with 3 Royal Decrees in the side. So hopefully this one is just as dynamic as the first episode, or the last episode that we did with Watergate. Let's get into the matches. All right, we're here with our first match. Unfortunately, we don't get to go first. However, this deck sometimes doesn't care about going second. You know, sometimes your opponent just has a little bit of a small start, which is fairly common, and then you just kind of OTK him. This could be one of those hands. We do have the Reasoning here. We also have access to one of our oceans. The opponent leads on Pot of Great Graceful Charity. Pretty good over there. But we'll see what Reasoning does for us. Des Wombat. Okay, so probably like a Rescue Cat deck. All right, discarding 2 Desmonds here. And a back row, sure. Another back row. All right, looks good for our Heavy Storm. Okay, we do draw Levia, which is actually could be pretty good here. But I think I'm just going to slam Heavy Storm. Even though, you know, we could lose out on some potential value from here. But I just really want to protect our play. Yeah, Secret Barrel's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we take 1,200. Get that Gravity Bind out of here. No big deal. And I'm just going to go ahead and Terraforming first, I guess. I don't think it super matters here. Well, maybe it does. Maybe this tips our opponent off that, you know, they should call 7, but we'll see. Slam down Reasoning. We do have Dimension Fusion, actually, so if we're able to get this Aqua Spirit out, maybe we can deal some huge damage. They go for 4. Okay. So I guess our Ocean play did not tip them off. Okay. All right, so we have Levia here. I could tribute it off for another one. Summon Aqua Spirit. We have 28, 28, 16. That's 72. It's not quite lethal. Yeah, I think I'm just going to play out the Ocean here. And just get in there with one of them. That seems fine to me. Pass the turn. Just make sure I wasn't messing that up. Oh, well, I was 200 off. 28, 28, 18. But 28 plus 28 is 56, plus 18 is 74. So yeah, we didn't quite have the lethal there, unfortunately. It was very close. Very close. Let's see what else the opponent has for us. It looks like cat burn to me. I love cat burn. Exiled Force, that's fine. That is totally fine. I do have lethal on the next turn, even with blowing up the board, so. Okay. Yeah, we just set one back row. That seems good to me. Another one. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's summon out our Aqua Spirit here. All good. Okay. And tribute off for the big boy. Any negates? Nope. All right, we will activate. Blow up your card, please. Take out that back row. Onto the graveyard. Our opponent's gonna ring? That's totally fine. All right. We both take 26, but I got some bad news for you, opponent. All right, a little bit of lag there, but that's okay. Slam down this Dimension Fusion. Get back the Levia-Dragon. We are going in there. Exact lethal. Love to see it. All right, so cat burn. I do think I will bring in the Jinzo. Royal Decree can be like a double-edged sword against this deck, so I don't think I'm actually going to bring in the Decrees. I will bring in Token Thanksgiving, I think. That helps with the Ojama Trio and stuff like that. We can bring in Torrential, Mirror Force, maybe Compulse. And let's see, what do we want to cut? We are bringing in the Jinzo, maybe. We're going to leave in the Catapult Turtle. Let's be real. We're leaving that in. I think we can leave in the Call of the Haunted. Maybe we cut Dimension Fusion. We'll cut the upstarts out of here. We can probably cut. We don't need to cut all of the True Nades. Maybe we cut one. We could also probably trim on Scapegoat. I do want to keep the brain controls in, I think. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe we just don't bring in the Compulse. I could see that. Just call it a day there. We do bring in traps with Jinzo, but I think that's okay. Like, a well-placed Jinzo could help out with, Gravity Bind, or some of the other traps that they're, definitely citing in here. And we'll see how we can do here. We do have to be very careful. Obviously, Cat Burn is a very aggressive deck, but it can also play the grind game. But we've got a pretty good hand here. We're going to go ahead and lead on Terraforming, go ahead and get our Ocean. All right, grab that to hand, and we will slam this Pot of Greed. The opponent didn't set any back row, so if we can, I was gonna say, if we can get into something here, we can kind of go for it. But I'm just gonna Terraforming again. I don't know how aggressive I want to be, because I could card destruction here for a good amount, but we do already have Brain Control plus Monster Gate. I don't know. I can get rid of some of these cards, right? Like, I can set Ocean, set Monster Gate, and then just card destruction the rest of these away. It's kind of difficult because I would be giving my opponent a brand new hand, and it's kind of an unassuming start. They just have a face down monster. Maybe I want to keep the True Nade here. No, I think if I'm going to do this, yeah, let's just go ahead and card destruction. This is very risky. But I think just like setting a card or two is not going to do it. Okay, well, kind of paid off, kind of not. Oh, the opponent did have, oh, whoa, okay. Well, the opponent had Cat, Last Will, Prima. Yeah, we were we were big screwed if we just set a back row and passed. Unfortunately, no water for our Aqua Spirit, but that's okay. I think here I'll set the Torrential Tribute and I'll pass the turn. If the opponent drew into heavy, cool. Obviously, that's not going to work out for us, but I wanted to keep the Monster Gate, wanted to keep the Field Spell around. And if I lose here to a Heavy Storm, I'll chalk it up to maybe being a little bit aggressive. But, I mean, like you saw, I probably would have lost the game anyway. Granted, the opponent may not have gone in if I just, like, set one back row, but I could probably sense, and like I think with the setup that they had, oh, Cyberjar, okay. With the setup that they could make there, I believe they could actually go into Cinchi and still kill me. I might be wrong on my math with that. I haven't done that this game, but it's been a while since I played some cat burn. But here, the opponent's going to get an Exiled Force and a Mindless Radiant, and that's okay. That's okay. We get a Tribe. And we get a reasoning. So it's pretty good. We get a Levia-Dragon as well, and like the best that they can do is True Nade here. Okay. I think... Do I want them to be able to just attack over this? I'm just going to summon an attack. Screw it. Make them use their Exiled Force. So we know they have Lightning Vortex, Giant True Nade, Just Desserts. Okay. They made True Nade here. That's fine. Oh, they're going to Vortex. Okay. Pitching Des Wombat. All right, we lose our tribe. That's fine with me. Did we draw into... Oh, here's True Nade. Okay. Maybe I should have set the tribe. I get behind that. But making them use the Vortex here seems fine to me. And, like, did they draw into third cow? They drew into Stein. Is this enough to get me? 47 plus 7's 54. 69, 77. No, it's not quite lethal here. Even with the Exiled Force attacking. They do have Just Desserts. That one could get me. Oh boy. I guess I need to go into... I guess I need to get like a... I guess Snatch Tail doesn't do it here. Yeah, I need a True Nade, but my True Nade's in the graveyard? Okay. Alright. Level limit. Alright, that's fine too. No, Mindless Radiant stays. It wasn't summoned off a cat. These go to defense, though. We gotta beat this Just Desserts. Interesting. I think there's a chance we can make that happen. Alright, deck. Abyss Soldier. Oh, Secret Barrel? Well, you can't flip Just Desserts, but... Secret Barrel's gonna get us here. Okay. So I don't think it really mattered what we did with the tribe there, or... I don't know. Or I think we were dead if we didn't card Destruction, and we were dead when we did card Destruction. So... What do you do? That's okay. That's okay. I still don't think I want the Royal Decrees. I think I just kind of want my defense here. Try not to card Destruction away, Heavy Storm, and Giant True Nade. I know some people are going to flame me in the comments for that. Played a lot of cat burn in my time. Flipping Decree often for the cat deck is just the green light to kill you. All right. I like this hand. Let's activate Pot of Greed. All right. We get another Reasoning. Man, I don't usually like to Reasoning turn one. I could just set Tribe, set Dimension Fusion as a bluff, not give the opponent like an enemy controller target. It would give him a target for Exiled Force, but at least it gives me some sort of defense going on. All right, let's set Tribe, and I'll set the Dimension Fusion and pass the turn. I don't want to Reasoning out into, like, they definitely sided in Snatch Steal if it's not already in their main. They could be playing enemy controller. So there's just no reason to just go ahead and throw down Reasoning. Yeah, Exiled Force is fine. We don't have a Last Will. That's excellent. We lose the Tribe, but that's okay. We can go into Aqua Spirit next turn if we want to. Maybe we draw an Ocean. Oh, nothing. Okay, well, they may just be dead here then. Here's Snatch Steal, and here's Reasoning number one. We're guaranteed 1,600 points of damage. Hopefully we can get a little bit more than that, right? 5? Well, there is a Catapult Turtle in our deck. Aqua Spirit, okay. Alright, Levia-Dragon, come on down. That's 2,600 points of damage. So we're at 42 right now. Let's go ahead and Reasoning again. Oh, wait, we get the Tribe back, too, off of Dimension Fusion. Okay. 4 this time. We do have 1/4 in the deck. I'd love to hit a D-Mock. Okay, another Levia-Dragon. All right, so that's 52, 68. Lethal? All right, sounds good to me. Summon out Aqua Spirit. Banish Tribe. And we will flip up this Dimension Fusion. And I will be bringing Tribe on back. And unless there is a Kuriboh, we'll be getting in there for lethal. Let's go. We got him. A big showing from Dimension Fusion and Aqua Spirit here. And hey, we got to do some Levia-Dragon stuff. A little bit of interesting play there in game 2. I could definitely see maybe I was supposed to do something different there, but I don't know. I feel like obviously hindsight is 2020. We were dead if we didn't do anything. We were dead if we did do something. Setting the tribe, I don't think would have made a difference there because the opponent had the secret barrel, just desserts. So I mean, good draws from the opponent there. But you know, sometimes Cat does that, and that's one of the powers of the Cat deck where you can have these just like free wins. Not talking down to the deck and saying it's just like a sack fest or whatever. I think that's actually a good plus to playing the deck. You can have these free wins where your hands are just very powerful, and sometimes if you get lucky like that, then there's literally nothing your opponent can do, just kind of like in this game. You saw with the Reasoning Gate, our opponent summoned out an Exile Force. I guess they didn't have anything. It's like, well, what do? You just die. But yeah, that was a pretty sweet one. Let's get a second. All right, we are here with the second match. Had to take a little break after the first one, get some sauce going to make some chicken parm tonight. Always a good time. This hand also a good time. We can lead on Ocean, summon out Abyss Soldier. The only thing I don't really like about that is we have these monster gates in hand. So if I do that and something happens to the Abyss Soldier, we probably just lose. But thank you, opponent. I think the upside's so high. I'm just gonna do it. Screw it. Why not? Here we are. It's Water Week. We have to summon Abyss Soldier, right? If the opponent's not able to kill our 2000 beat stick right here, we do have Giant Trunade. We can be off to the races. We do have Levia-Dragon with our Legendary Ocean. Okay, lots of Pot of Greeds for the opponents today. That's okay. We play GOAT format to play Pot of Greed. God dang it. Back in my day, we had to walk uphill both ways to draw 2 cards. And we were happy to have it. See a T set. Do we have any more from the opponent? Yes, we do have another back row. Like I said, we do have this Giant Trunade just chilling. And now we have a Dimension Fusion. It's kind of interesting how we want to do this. I kind of just want to summon out Levia and pop. The only problem is, once again, we don't have anything for Monster Gate after that. So I could Giant Trunade. I'm just gonna Levia-Dragon, right? That's what we're here for. Okay, yeah. Let's summon out the big dragon. It says Levia-Dragon, but it's also a sea serpent. Is this actually a dragon? Does this fit the definition of dragon? That I'm not actually sure on that. But let's go ahead and activate the effect, blow up the opponent's field. We can be worried about these monster gates later. The Orb? Ooh, embodiment? Okay. Okay, we have the Orb, we have embodiment of Apophis. This is awesome. I'm already into this. But we unfortunately don't really have another play. I guess we could Monster Gate into something, but I don't really think that's what we want to do. I think we just want to get in our guaranteed 2600 here. And we'll deal with the Monster Gates later, right? We'll draw into our tribe. We'll draw into some scapegoats. Alright, Graceful Charity from the opponent. Pretty good. Pretty good. Hopefully they don't have, I guess, Snatch Steal. Snatch Steal would be annoying for sure. Oh, I guess our best draw is probably Aqua Spirit here. Yeah, Aqua Spirit would be very good. That would be lethal. Yeah, 26 plus 32. Would be lethal. And we have a Giant Trunade here as the opponent gets to discard both of their Noblemen of Crossouts to Graceful Charity. Awesome. Getting some value. All right, Aqua Spirit off the top. Reasoning's not bad. Okay. Okay, I will take that. I think here I just want to lead on the Giant Trunade, make sure the way's clear, because we're gonna be popping off a little bit this turn. You can go double Monster Gate. Well, we'll see what's happening here, but throw down the Reasoning. Well, I guess if the opponent calls the Reasoning correctly, then we don't get to do much, but we'll see what happens here. Might be inclined to call 7, just for, yeah, another one of these. All right, so the opponent's picking up on it here. Love to see that. But hopefully we don't hit a 7. We do hit the 7. Boo, opponent. Boo. Why'd you have to know? All right, Levia-Dragon, get in there. Attack over Mystic Tomato. Okay, so I kind of wasted a Giant Trunade there. But, you know, just in case of Torrential Tribute or something like that, we get another Orb. What are we doing over here? Interesting. I like this. Could be definitely like a Monarch thing. Seen some Monarch decks play some stuff like this, but we're gonna pass the turn. We're probably gonna get destroyed here if I had to guess. Do we have the Zaborg opponent? Our hand's still stacked though. Yeah, we do have exactly Zaborg. Called it. Okay. Take our 2400 again. Aqua Spirit, pretty good. Catapult Turtle. That's not gonna do it. All right. Well, let's pass the turn. All right, DD Warrior Lady from the opponent. We're going to take our 3,900. And if they have Ring, of course, we are dead here, but... Card Destruction. Do I need to Card Destruction the whole hand away? I might need to get some sort of a starter, but I kind of want to keep a Monster Gate, right? Yeah. I'll set one. And I'll go ahead and Card Destruction. See if this is okay. All right. Opponent is also drawing 3. Okay, well, there's our Aqua Spirit and a Levia-Dragon. Okay. Okay, I see. And different Dimension Gate? Oh, the opponent's on something over here. I love this. So, what do we have left to get? It's like a 50-50 of Tribe and Demock. If we get the Demock here, it's so good. So I think I might actually do that, right? Yeah, let's summon Aqua Spirit. We'll get rid of, I guess, a Levia-Dragon. Doesn't really matter. And then we can Monster Gate this away. If we hit Tribe, it's fine. If we hit Demock, it's excellent. And then we can just go into Levia-Dragon here with a Legendary Ocean. Sounds good to me. Alright, come on, Demock. 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 Tribe. Okay, unfortunate. I wanted the Demock so we could get back Giant Trunade. Oh, the opponent's thinking on the Tribe summon. Oh, don't do anything to it, opponent. This was so greedy. All right, let's play out Ocean. Is this one okay? All right. All right. One more time. Any negates, opponent? Torrential. Well, I'm going to activate Prio. I'll just blow up everything. But I don't have high hopes for this one. All right. Obviously, would have loved to have had the Giant Trunade that I used, and then the opponent called the Reasoning correctly. But the card I was playing around was exactly Torrential Tribute, and there it was. So, I mean, pretty okay with that play. Maybe. All right, we're not dead. We're not dead. Okay, Reasoning off the top, hit Demock. Thought of Greed? Okay. All right, I'm down for that. Any draws? Prima? Well, that's not good. Brain Control. That's not good either. Both of these cost 800 life points. I'm just going to go ahead and set both. We'll pass the turn. We're not going to pick up the win in this game, but this has been an entertaining one for sure. All right. We lose game 1. Our opponent's on some heat. I think I'm going to bring in the Jinzo. Oh, we're playing Monarch stuff over there? That's pretty cool. So I don't really think I want these decrees necessarily. I don't really want Mind Control. We're playing like Tomatoes and Orbs and stuff like that. So I think I'm actually just going to bring in the Jinzo. The opponent is calling 7, so maybe a little cheeky little play. Get rid of one of these so we're more likely to hit something else. Okay. Sure, I'm down. Let's see if we can beat the Orb Monarch deck. This deck just screams petty. I'm honestly surprised he hasn't done Orb with Monarchs. Seems like something that Petty would do. Shout out to Petty. If you all haven't subscribed to him, go subscribe to his YouTube channel. It's free advertising, Petty. There you go. Be welcome. You're welcome. Be welcome. Be thankful is what I was getting at here as the joke. But yeah, we'll throw down this Graceful Charity. Pretty good start here. Ooh. Oh my god. Okay. Well, we don't want to extend too far, but we can definitely ditch Demock here And, oh god, I want to keep the Trunade to go with Prima, too. We have the Dimension Fusion as well. Maybe I just get rid of this Aqua Spirit. Could get rid of Ocean. We don't have anything to deal with Ocean, and Aqua Spirit is good with Dimension Fusion. Okay. Sure, let's just get rid of the Ocean. And then go ahead and Pot of Greed. Alright. Excellent. And now, yeah, I think I Prima, get back a Graceful Charity, and I can discard this Catapult Turtle. And that'll go really, really well with our Dimension Fusion. This is so sick. What a turn. Get back Demock. Go grab Graceful Charity. And I'm not going to Trunade here and bounce my Premature Burial. If the opponent has an answer for it, that's fine with me. Alright, paid off. We get another Ocean and a Reasoning. Oh, man. Alright, let's get rid of this Catapult Turtle. I might just get rid of the Ocean, honestly, because I can get rid of Scapegoat, right? But I do have double Monster Gate. But if I'm going in on Dimension Fusion here, I mean, we've got just like a wealth of riches over here. I'm gonna get rid of the Ocean. That seems fine to me. We just don't need it here, I don't think. And then I'll set the Scapegoat because, you know, I really want to do the Catapult Turtle plan with Dimension Fusion here, but we also just have Reasoning double Monster Gate. So there's no reason to get rid of the Scapegoat and just tunnel vision on the Sweet plan, even though the Sweet plan is sweet. All right, so we do have a Heavy Storm, and I'm gonna go flip up this Scapegoat here. And our Demock does get banished, so that is a-okay with me. I've got this Dimension Fusion sitting here. No big deal. No big deal. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have a tribe, but even if they have a tribe, it's probably okay, right? Tomat, that's fine. Yeah, we lose a token, no big deal. One back row, okay. And we draw another Scapegoat. So, here's the deal. We can't kill just yet, but, I mean, there's a chance we could just... I mean, there is a chance we could kill here, so... I'm just going to go ahead and Giant Trunade. We'll double Monster Gate. We can summon Aqua Spirit. See what we can do. We can also use Catapult Turtle to sack off, like, some of these tokens if we need to. Alright. Get us some good stuff, Monster Gate. Alright, that's a good one. We take those. Levia-Dragon, come on down. And then Monster Gate number 2. Alright, Aqua Spirit out of here. We don't need that one. Abyss Soldier. Okay. That one's not incredible. We could Reasoning. The problem is if I Aqua Spirit here and we get back the Catapult Turtle, we're not able to get back the Demock as well. Whereas I can use Abyss Soldier, but then I can't banish any of my cards. Oh man, we're so close to Catapult Turtle stuff, but I think I'm just gonna Reasoning here. And then I can summon Demock. And I can get back Monster Gate, and we can just kind of go for everything. Yeah, it's not the fun way, but we could definitely kill the opponent here. See what they call. I call 7. Okay, that's a reasonable decision here. Hopefully we hit our Jinzo. All right, we do hit the Jinzo. All right, Jins, come on down. And then we can bounce this. We have 5,000, 6,800. Yeah, we just have lethal here, so let's just go ahead and do it. Get rid of our Aqua Spirit. Bounce this Tomato back to hand. And slam down this Dimension Fusion. Demock, come on back. And yeah, the opponent's going to concede. So unfortunately, we weren't able to do the Catapult Turtle thing there because we had one too many Scapegoats. But that's all right. Maybe we'll get it in the game 3 here. Fantastic match. This has been awesome. Do I want the Vortex? It mops up Tomato. That's about it. Maybe... The opponent is calling 7. Maybe I want this Abyss Soldier. I think we're just good with what we've got, right? Yeah, that seems totally reasonable. Okay, let's just run it back. See if we can pick up this game 3. I'm pretty happy with this match no matter what, though. This has been sick. I understand why everybody likes to watch Reasoning Gate now. It's fun. It's so much fun. I can't wait to do the RGT to 1K series. I'm sorry, it's going to be members only, but It is a bunch of extra content that I'm making a month, so if you want to be a part of that, any tier of member gets access to any of the RGT to 1K videos. I'm going to be doing 3 a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Here, we've got a pretty good hand. The opponent calls 7, we miss. We do have Prima. It's just, do we want to go all in? Probably. Because we have Terraforming for Ocean. That seems fine to me. Right? If we hit the Levia-Dragon, we can blow up the field. Alright, Ocean, come on down. We also have, like, you know, Call of the Haunted Prima as extenders if we need them. So, yeah, let's just get in there. 7, you got it. Any Jinzos? We do have Jinzo. Alright. Traps are turned off. Let's go. Now, throw down another reasoning. Why not? 7 once again. You got it. 7 makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, Abyss Soldier's fine. It's not the coolest thing ever here, but we don't get to take care of the opponent's monster because we don't have a water in hand, but I guess I will just go ahead and play out this Ocean. And let's see. I mean, if this is just like a Gravekeeper Spy, Tomato, sure, same thing. Probably go into another Tomato. Yeah, I mean, if our opponent goes into Zaborg, we could just be screwed here, right? I guess we have Call of the Haunted and Premature Burial. So we're not screwed. But it really wouldn't be good for us. That's for sure. Needed to hit something a little bit better than Abyss Soldier here. Or just, you know, go into Levia-Dragon instead of the Jinzo. And Prima it back, blow up the board. I guess it blows up itself too. At that point, but... Alright, well, don't Zaborg me, opponent, I guess. Maybe I wasn't supposed to go all in. Maybe I'm supposed to just set the Ring of Destruction, set the Call of the Haunted, whatever, pass the turn. Could totally get behind that, but... I also think it was reasonable to go in. We're just playing aggressively here. When in doubt, reasoning it out, right? I kind of reasoned it out in my head. I was like, yeah, I see these cards. We can go in here. The opponent doesn't have the very big of a start. We had the Ocean. If we hit the Levia-Dragon, we get to blow up everything. It's totally fine. Coach Goblin having a big think over there, so I don't think we're going to get Zaborged here. Maybe we do. Who knows? Oh, no Zaborg. The Jins holds? Okay. All right. Monster Gate. Ask and you shall receive. Okay. And I think I'm just going to go for that. If we hit Levia-Dragon, it's fantastic, and we have a pretty good chance. We got a decent chance to hit Demok as well. Okay. Sure. Let's get rid of this Abyss Soldier. We can always Prima it back too if we want to. So this could be a pretty ridiculous turn. Mill over an Aqua Spirit. Another Aqua Spirit. Okay. Where are our big monsters? There it is. All right. Okay, so summon this thing out. And we blow up the board. We get back the Jins. Or maybe we get back Abyss Soldier. It'd be 4,400. No, it's not quite enough. We do have Call for the Jinzo, though. Okay. Yeah, let's blow up the board. Sangan and Soul Exchange. Okay. So, if we call back Jinzo, we get to attack in for 5,000. Or Prima. But if we Prima Abyss Soldier, it's 4,400. No, wait, that puts our opponent at 26. I can't do math. That puts our opponent at 2,600. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do it. Premature Burial. Get back the Abyss Soldier. Man, if I had missed that lethal, people would have been all over me. Let's get in there. 1,800. 2,600. Yeah, the opponent's exactly at 26. You love it. Love it. All right, let's set all of these. Pass the turn, and we're just going to wait. We're not going to get got by a Book of Moon here. There's no reason for that. Coach Goblin, you're gonna need something good here. Heavy Storm. Well, I guess if there's a Book of Moon, we're going to get got, right? Target this Levia-Dragon. Do we have the game? We're typing. We're typing. Did you actually have Kuriboh? Oh my god. They actually had the Kuriboh. Holy crap. Oh no. We could have got by Kuriboh, but we didn't. Oh man, the different dimension gate with the DD Scout Plane. This deck is sick. I like this deck a lot. But hey, we're going to go 2-0 here with Watergate. We got to do a whole bunch of Levia-Dragon stuff. Unfortunately, Catapult Turtle didn't get to do the job. I actually was thinking about putting a Spell Economics in the deck after the first match, because I kind of noticed we could just have a DMOC launch combo out of nowhere. But maybe we explore that space a little bit in the future. But for now, 2-0 for Watergate. We've got one more day left. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.